Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back to another episode of Ep20 in Japan. In previous episode we managed to switch our color quite nicely. So we don't have any more of the flag that is on the thumbnails. We're not going to be switching that mid-playthrough. So that will be confusing people probably at the later episodes. But anyway, we don't have that massive amount of time left in the game anyway. But we got a war brewing towards or against the Dutch, and they seem to be still going for it. We can't any more war goals, but like we got pretty high infamy anyway, so that's probably fine. Our navy, so we got, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we got all the navies set up more or less correctly. We might not have enough opium for our troops. Oh, war in the mud completed, and okay, Prussia is having some war. Entrench front, sure. We must entrench further. Like Celebs is going to have a bit of problems with the output of things now, but it'll be fine. So we got our troops advancing over there. Have the Spanish sent any troops yet? I don't think they have. And I'm pretty sure our troops being trench infantry and all that, we got okay attack, especially compared to their defense. That's going to be another victory there. We should be seeing some convoys as well. And oh yeah, that's going to be another. So we are fighting in what, 4 fronts at the same time? I think that's 4 generals that we have. So yeah, that's 4 fronts at the same time. I've put in quite a bit of stuff in production queue, and hopefully that will. Oh wow, are we are the #1 GDP in the world. That's good. We're running a little bit low on people, but I suppose at this stage we just need to increase the production of things as much as possible, with as little people as possible. So now we need to start switching to a lot of the workforce saving ways to produce things. Although there's still some extra population around, so it's not that bad quite yet. And over here we could switch to the automatic power looms at some point for the textile mods, but again we don't need to do that yet, so I'm going to avoid that for the time being. Give a few more food introducers as well, and I'm sure that will be appreciated. There, we conquer a little bit of that. We got some troops protecting that front line for the time being. It's a fight against the Dutch. Oh, they are actually going to win that, are they? They got a lot more troops there, so that would kind of make sense. Did we already conquer all of that? Seems like we did. So do we now have a general? Oh, we got one there. We got a battle over here, an extra battle. Okay, we can send in the 40 Italian army somewhere else. Maybe down there, just start pushing Sumatra a bit further. I'm pretty sure that the Dutch will surrender in due time. And the Spanish will then give up pretty much immediately afterwards. Oh, there we go, we're #1 great power. Excellent. And our fleets, okay, we've got 89 flottillas right now. We should be able to have up to 100, but it takes a while to build those up and hire everyone. Right, so who's... Oh, right, Mecklenburg is having a revolution. And we got destroyer unlocked. Okay. Do we switch? I mean, switching during war is going to be always a bit risky. But at the same time, it would be a lot better stuff in there. Although ironclad price would go up and ammunition price would go up. But, you know, we'll be fine. We can always increase the shipyard over here to produce a bit more ironclads. And are we already? Yeah, we're already an extensive military building on this particular shipyard. That'll be done soon enough then. Oh, defense and death is spreading. Okay, that's actually good because that's gonna... Oh, we conquer both of those. So where do we have armies here? We've got an extra army there now. Well, I suppose we could allow us to... Or just conquer that for the time being. There we go, we got a little bit more land there. Is there any areas that they... Dutch is in this Eastern New Guinea is something we don't own yet. Okay, well... We'll get there eventually. I mean, we're colonizing slowly. I mean, how soon do we get another one? It's about 200 days. Okay, so we'll probably have to do a landing there. Let's take one of the armies in here, I guess. That one's not active. Although I'd rather take Mitsui Tokugawa over here. Bit less of a fleet needed for transporting that. But regardless, it's probably going to be done with its combat soon enough there. Yeah, we are definitely dealing a lot of damage on the... Oh, wow. That's a bit of a massacre there. Well, alright then. Wait, what? Finland? Radical Finland? Alright, well, I'm gonna be neutral on that one. Although they do have my sympathies. Because Russia is my... well, we did have a war against Russians rather recently. We might take a little bit more land from them in due time. At this stage, it's just going to be probably a lot of wars. Because at this stage, now that we've got the trench infantry, we don't need to worry about the infamy too much. Because we know that our troops will be able to defend fairly well against pretty much anyone. We've got a bit of extra stuff that we could probably build over here in the meanwhile. We've got 1 million peasants in there. We've got a lot of farms underway. Well, also got a lot of silk plantations. Construction sector is already max level there. Got some steel mills. We could probably get a few motor industries. We're going to build 10 of those. Especially once we start switching to the electric engine production, which is not that far off, 8 months away, more or less. Then we'll get a lot more of there. Hardwood is starting to be fairly expensive. So is there any more pops over here? Well, we got a tiny bit of pops, I suppose. We could maybe save some from a few other areas, although I'm not exactly sure if we can. Okay, banana, we can reduce some workforce there. Tea, we can reduce the workforce there. So that'll give us a bit more workforce to work on the logging camps, which is something that we need desperately. Okay, so that's one loss that we had over there. We'll be able to attack it again soon enough. And the Skyscraper server is going along quite nicely. So once that is done, that's going to free up a lot of... Wow, we actually got a lot of bureaucracy thanks to all of that. Alright. We could probably increase some of the institutions. Home Affairs, if we increase that, the amount of radicals and loyalists would start heading more in our favor. We could also get the education access a bit higher. So we get the literature rate a bit higher and thus get the innovation to be... or the innovation cap to be a bit higher. Right, that's probably a smart idea then. We got a big battle over here, which we are winning. And to the north, we're trying to push. We are probably winning that. Yeah, we are. Over here, we are... Oh, that's not going to go well. All discovered in outer Manchuria. Oh. It would be a shame if someone conquered that from Jing. Do we actually get... No, we don't get Ulrichs. There's even gold mines in there. Okay, so outer Manchuria is something we desperately want to get from Jing soon enough. And then southern Manchuria as well. There'll be a lot of coal over there. There's also a lot of pops in outer Manchuria. Not, well, I mean, decent bit of pops in there. Nothing massive, but definitely good start for things. And over here we got the logging... Oh, right, yeah, this is something that we're going to increase. Logging camps over there. There's not a lot of pops fully qualified, to be fair. It's the infrastructure is going to be fine, so we can do that. If we were to core this, that would be taking 20 years. I don't think that's going to be a smart idea. Just going to be kind of wasting the bureaucracy for a long while. And we'd only be able to get the benefit from that like for 8 years or so. No frontier lasts forever. Okay, that's going to be another victory. We need to clear out this pocket. Oh wow, that's going back and forth there a little bit. Well, it's a victory for us, regardless. But yeah, we'll need to do the landing in here at some point. Anglo-Indian Japan interest activated. Okay. Are they going to be declaring war on me or trading? They might be trading. Or wanting to trade, at least. Okay, so that is going to be yet another victory there. What about on this front? Well, it's 3 versus 3, so probably a victory for us. I hesitate to guess. The engine price is bloody massive. A small arms price is bloody massive. An ironclad price is bloody massive. Ooh. And the infrastructures over here are rubbish right now. Well, we're already building 5 over there. Building 3 over here. We'll probably build another 5. And then railways over here. I'm just going to build another 5 there, just in case. Ooh. Right, we've got a lot of construction idle right now. Let's go ahead and start filling up this one then. The lead mines, we could probably get a little bit of production, but I suppose right now we got the steel mill upgrade over there. We're going to give that another 5 levels. Motor interest is getting another 10 already. We've got some trade centers there. We could probably get some fishing wharfs, I suppose. And then over here we could maybe build another food industry. Of course, we're going to expand the food industry over here as well. I mean, we are already working on that. I suppose we're going to need a lot more railways. Well, okay, the 8 should be probably sufficient. Get the port as well. There we go. That's at least going to be building or using all the construction capacity that we have. But it's going to be taking more and more of our time, sort of micromanaging that a little bit. Because the auto-expand, I mean, admittedly, we don't have auto-expand on everywhere. So I suppose that is something that we could do. Right, and then, of course, all the industries. Suppose we can subsidize the urban centers, that's true. Those are already active. Motor industries, these are already auto-expanding. It does remind me, though. We got the... Did we already upgrade this one to be... Oh yeah, we got the electric sewing machines there. Right, well, nothing to worry about there then. I mean, I suppose we got some textiles being produced somewhere else that is not activated fully, but... Oh well. So how long on... Oh, we got only 17 weeks in the construction queue. Oh boy. Well, we'll be back there soon enough then, I suppose. Although it is now expanding it, or adding things into the list there. Slowly but surely, so at least it's going to the direction that we needed to go. We got a bit of combat over here, that's going to be a victory. Let's take the one that is... Okay, this one. So, Tokugawa, I will send you to do a landing. You're escorting convoys. I suppose there's not that many enemy fleets though. But we can probably take the convoy raiding one to the naval invasion into there. And Tokugawa being the only one that is not busy right now will be doing that. There we go, so that's going to be another victory there. We're still losing a bit of cash here, but I'm sure that after the war our income is going to be massive again. Plus, you know, we got a decent bit of things expanding that are not covered by the investment pool by the looks of it. Well, at least some of it. So that is a potential issue. Is there more... I think the only coal that we can have on the home islands is there, other than Sakhalin and Hokkaido, I suppose. But those have very low population. Oh, right, it was oil in Sakhalin. So how many... Oh, we can get another 3 oil rigs there, sure. Engine price is a little bit high, admittedly, but soon enough we can fix that. It's just a matter of a few months. And that is no longer an issue, for a while at least. And then over here, we are going to be getting that point fairly shortly, but I'm not entirely sure if that's... I don't think it's going to be touching yet. It's going to be very close in there, but not quite in. Oh, politician died, not in general. I was getting a bit worried there for a moment. Like, which side do I need to cover now? So the defensive debt is going to be 8 to 12 months according to this, although I'm not entirely sure if that number is accurate. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, or maybe it's showing that if you started researching that manually, then that is how long it's going to take. It's always going to be all being a bit of a mystery. Oh, right, so if we were to switch our government now to just be the industrialists, we can actually get a little bit higher on the loyalist numbers, probably. Okay, we'll lose a bit of loyalists, get some radicals, but the legitimacy is going to be higher, so the approval ratings are going to be higher in general. And that way we should also get some loyalists on a weekly basis, so we can get... How high can we get the loyalist numbers, actually, is the question. I'm sure that the radical numbers, they had a bit of an increase in there, but it's going to be going down a lot faster now. Then if we can just keep the industrialists strong and in power... Oh, wow, standard of living is already 17.4. All discovered in Western Java, alright. We will be conquering a decent bit of pops, hopefully, with this war. At least some pops, I suppose. Maybe not massive amounts, but... Oh, gold depleted in Sonora. Well, that's none of my business. Right, so they are already at -10. Oh, did we? Oh, because we did land in here, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Right, so where is Mitsu Tokugawa now? Nowhere. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do another landing into Java. It was this one. We'll do a landing in Eastern Java. Tokugawa is going to be... Oh, right, we got another army. Actually, send one of these to advance to the north. So we're not going to get Ajef, but at the same time... Oh, liberate Jambi, and so that's not going to happen. So do we... Oh, yeah, the rubber plantation is upgrading, or increasing over here. That's actually good, because we need a lot of rubber. So if that is upgrading, that's definitely good news for us. And in the meanwhile, so we got a bit of a fight over here. That's going to be another victory for us. And a bit of... Oh, that's going to be a loss, actually. Just not enough troops in there. Okay, but we'll clear out that, so we've got now 2 armies stuck on there. You know what? You can clear out the islands outside of Singapore. That'll probably be fine. So Uluru is still having a bit of a revolution there. We conquered that. We've gotten a little bit closer, but yeah, we didn't quite get in there. But there we go. Almost 500 million GDP. We don't need to hit the 1 billion this time around. We might still hit it, to be fair, because we are having quite a bit of construction going on. At some point, we'll just run out of things to... realistically speaking, construct, though, unless, well, I suppose once we start expanding into China, then there's going to be a lot of pops there that we can just utilize and build up all of the things in there. There we go, that all is coming along quite nicely. They also expanded the rice farms and all. Oh, there we go, electric railways. Finally. Right, so in production, what was the thing that they were working? It was the bottle blowers, wasn't it? Yeah, let's get that underway. And now, the electric engines... we can put the production over here, so it's a little bit more steel and a lot more electricity, so the electricity price is going to go up a lot, but the amount of engines available is going to be massive boost. Does this province have enough... Oh, it doesn't have enough infrastructure, but that is something we can fix with the railway now. Electric trains... Actually, does that fix the issue? Yeah, it does. It's an extra 200. Actually, what we can probably do is all development railways, electric trains, and then all the motor industries, because we know that we've got more than one that using electricity. And then I'm guessing... Oh, Metropolitan Railway completed. Engineers deserve a reward. So railway building throughput permanently, 100% boost there. Oh, that's going to be the permanent thing. And the engineers pops in Kanto become more loyalist. Or railway will be the envy of the world to get more prestige. For 9 years. I'm thinking I'm going to get the permanent loyalist boost in there in Kanto. That's probably a smart idea. But there we go. The infrastructure problem should be mostly fixed now. Let's actually have a look at over here, for example. Oh yeah, there we go. Finally, it's pulled. Oh, standard of living 18 over here. Well, it's a little bit more than average. Now that they got the proper access to the market, it helps a long way. Right, so, how soon will you accept the peace deal? I mean, you are going to be giving up in about 7 weeks. Maybe a little bit sooner if we can speed things up a little bit, but it's not going to be a massive increase in there, I reckon. Well, I actually wonder, do we have any furniture manufacturers somewhere else in here? Got some paper mills. Which don't have... Oh, paper isn't actually in that high demand right now. We've still got quite a bit of bureaucracy as well, once the Skyscraper thing is done, so we could probably increase another institution level somewhere. I mean, I suppose the Home Affairs wouldn't be the worst one. Or the law enforcement. Colonial Affairs, I mean... There's not going to be that much colonies to do anymore. I mean, Guinea, I suppose, or New Guinea is something that we're going to work on, but... You know what, yeah, let's do that. It might be going a little bit over, but as soon as the Skyscraper survey is done within a year, that'll be giving us back a lot. And there wasn't need to build the Skyscraper, but that's not going to be a problem. Oh, there we go. So, we got all of this. Let's have a look at the stuff that we got. Right, we can put in the steam donkeys in there. The engine price shouldn't be too bad. Put in the electric sawmills. Is there a lot of pops in here? There's a little bit. Oh, rubber plantations. Right, that's already set up correctly. Those are already... Oh, right, yeah, we did own part of this already, didn't we? Plantation, the farming, we could probably start using a bit more stuff there. And then the port, we'll probably have to give this a few more levels. Maybe even give it a railway there, just in case. There we go, that's one of the areas. Then another one is over here, we got more land. Ah, there's a textile mill. Right, elastics. Furniture manufacturing, so this one we could probably utilize as much of the... Oh, there is a lot of peasants in here, actually. Right, so there's going to be a lot of logging over here that we'll be doing. That's for sure. And then the rice farms, we can reduce the workforce a little bit. Is there any... There's no coal over here. We could also get some of the rubber plantations. And everything else over here is probably fine, for the most part. Then in celebs, we've got a little bit more room. We can all still have one rubber plantation, which is kind of a small amount, let's be honest. Better than nothing, admittedly, but it's only one. So it's not that much better than nothing, I suppose. Oh, actually, there's not a lot of pops in there. Right, then we got this one. So this one's probably going to start to expand now. Yep, so it's loading down things a little bit. Alright, we need to get a port in there, actually. So let's then get that underway. We could do our war against Tidora at some point. They're part of the Italian market, though, so that would be a war against Spain, rather, not Japan. We are the Japanese. Speaking of Spain, though, yeah, we'll propose a white peace. I'm sure that they'll take that. There we go. That's peacetime for us. Russia colonized Eastern New Guinea. Hold on a minute. Oh, there. Alright, well, we'll have another colonial war against the Russians, then. We had that in the Siam playthrough as well. Right, so did we get anything else? We got that. Oh, right, yeah. Is there anything over here that we need to worry about? Furniture manufacturing. I mean, I suppose we could put in the rotary valve engine there. Reduce the workers needed. Although it might not be that much of a boost for the productivity. We're going to need a lot more electricity, to be fair. Well, there's not a lot in there. Where do we have a lot of pops? Over here we got pretty decent amount still. Or in Kansai. Let's go ahead and get a power plant in here. Get 10 levels for that. Will give us at least a little bit of the electricity that we need. So we are losing a bit of cash right now. There's a decent bit of unrealized taxes. The investment pool transfers are covered for the most part. The investment pool is actually dropping now. Human rights unlocked. Alright. Legitimacy is in a pretty good shape overall. 79. Infamy is a bit high, admittedly. We do have almost 11 million loyalists and about 3.5 million radicals. But those numbers are at least dropping, so that's good news for us. We've got over 500 million GDP. So that's also quite nice. Bottle blowers are going to be done in 7 to 10 weeks. Oil discovered in Hanover. Oh. Let's actually have a look if there's any trade routes that we could... Oh. Electricity is something we need really badly. Alright, let's... There's not that much people in here, but we can probably get the power plant at least a few more upgrades there. And then we got the ones over here. We can give that a few levels. And then over here we got the tooling workshop. Is that... The tooling prices actually dropped a little bit. Did we get the... Oh yeah, we started getting a new steel mill over here, but the electricity prices being a bit of an issue. So we'll probably give this actually another 10 over there still. So that's going to be a lot of pops there, but I'm sure that the population will grow over time. We've got 63 million total, and it's increasing almost 1 million per year. So we'll get there soon enough, I guess. And the construction queue is 31 weeks right now. It's probably going to be dropping quite a bit. I suppose the power plants especially tend to be a bit longer in construction, so it will seem like it's a very long queue there, but there's a lot of the stuff that is cheaper in there instead. Right, right, Chubu, let's go ahead and get you some more railways, shall we? Just in case. And that will also allow them to get a lot more construction to the rear of the thing, like a steel mill. Oh, there we go, education invest into level 3. So that should mean that the literary rate will start growing. I mean, we don't have a particularly high literary rate for this day and age. But I guess it's better than nothing. Right, so there's a few more goals that I want to achieve in this playthrough before the end. I want to get at least part of Manchuria, Korea, probably Dainam, and maybe more of Indonesia. But that's going to be probably about it. Also, I suppose we haven't had a look at Hawaii in a while. Well, there's not a lot of extra in there. We could maybe put in the steam donkey and the sawmill, although the sawmill is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, is there... Right, that doesn't have a lot of pops there. I'm pretty sure that we've done most of the things that we can, quite frankly, to reduce the workforce needed. Right, so what did we get? Right, we got the bottle blowers, right. Pneumatic tools wouldn't be too bad. Combustion engine would be okay. That would give us a lot more oil, among other things. Telephone would be... Oh, actually, into society. Is there anything that... We're getting the anarchism. Okay, that's not necessarily... Well, I mean, it's probably not the worst. It would lead to political agitation. In the military, what are we... Oh, defense in depth. Actually, let's get the defense in depth, because we are going to be fighting a lot. If we can improve the troop quality a bit further, especially in defenses against the Chinese, it'll be pretty valuable. But yeah, something we're desperately needing right now is more power plants. We've got quite a few of those queued up, to be fair, but we will need more. We've got all the oil rigs over here already in... Oh wow, the oil price is actually pretty high. Is there any more whaling that we can do? There is. Sakhalin doesn't have any whalers quite yet. Western Micronesia can get a little bit. Fiji could also get a little bit whaling there. Western Australia. Hawaii, I'm going to get a lot in there. I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of immigration going into there. But that will allow us to get a bit more oil again. And that's hopefully help us to some degree. But, oh wow, the approval... Okay, we got on 4 million loyalists in the past year. That is massive. Oh, Italy sides with... Oh, Tidora is having another revolution, eh? Alright. So we're losing a bit of cash here. We got 6 million credit already. We could always increase the taxes, I suppose, but that would lower our legitimacy to the middle bracket again, which I'd kind of rather avoid. Oh, and we could put in a luxury clothing tax again. We just about got enough authority for that. Now we're basically not losing... Oh, military railway. Being privy to government's ambition to expand Japan's railway, the armed forces have offered to support these efforts in Japanese Western New Guinea. Oh. Sure. I'll take that. Ah, there we go. Skyscraper survey done. Lay the foundations. And now we just need to build that. So it was... Actually, where do we have that option? Is that in here? Skyscraper? Oh, only in Kanto. Alright. That's probably needs to be elsewhere. I really wish that at some point they added an ability to build more of those skyscrapers, but I suppose the first one is the sort of most impressive always. Kinda. Anyway, in the meanwhile, the defensive is coming along quite nicely. We're still losing a bit of cash, so I'm not going to start a new war quite yet, although... Okay, the infamy has dropped a little bit. That is underway. Oh, right. We may need to put in something else at the rear of the construction queue just to make sure that the things are running smoothly. Give the rice farms a bit of a... Or rather, that there will be more buildings added to the build queue there. There we go. So we're using a lot more of that. The GDP is still skyrocketing. Military railways. Oh, do they want to do that? Oh, in Malaya as well. I'll take that. So the armed forces are going to be very popular by the looks of it. Which I'm not necessarily opposed to. But hey, it gives me a lot of free railways, so yeah, that's good. Right, so I suppose the next war that we are going to do is probably going to be against the Chinese. Naval scandal. They are not very popular. I'll just ignore it. What's the worst that could happen? Don't need to be on that one, so I suppose now that we've got that one out of the way. China, so who do you have? Got defensive pact with Alger and Great Britain. So if we were to do a war against Alger instead, well, we don't have a common border with them. I suppose another one would be Dynam. They got trade agreement, improving relations. Right, so if we were to declare war on for Mekong, Great Qing might join that. What about Siam? Oh, you are in good relations with us. We could form a defense pact maybe, although I don't know if you'd take that deal, but, you know, maybe we can turn them into sort of a friendly puppet state over here. Protectorate is something that they would not accept, admittedly. Well, let's form the defensive pact with them. And then, Dynam, we can start... Well, let's just wait for a few days, actually. Right, so if we were to go for... Mekong is good for farming, to be fair. There's also going to be a lot of infamy from that. I'm sure that'll be fine. So now we need to send in some... First of all, I will have someone escorting convoys going to Indochina. We'll have someone escorting convoys going into Manchuria, and then we'll have one doing convoy raiding over here for the time being. And then in Dynam, we can send in an army there. Let's first of all figure out some armies. So that one's good defender and attacker, so that's going to be probably really good over here. And then we'll send in... That's a good defender. That's good. You know what? Actually, this one should be defending in there. And then we'll send in the 20 battalion army from here. With the offensive planner to be the attacker over there in the south. And I'm assuming that Jing will join that. They can only invite one... Oh, defensive pact declined. Alright. Well, I'm not necessarily surprised by that. There's a lot of rivalries suddenly being declared. I wonder why. Now, who's going to join... Well, I suppose we need to wait until a proper time there, but... A diplomat is expelled from Austria. There's probably a lot of rivalries as well. Is there... Right, that's no longer productive. Only selling 20 grain there anyway, and 20 timber. We're selling a lot of steel. To be fair, if we don't sell the steel to the British, I mean, that's probably going to start going down in levels anyway. We seem to be needing a bit more construction somewhere, although we can probably just save us a bit of cash and all that. Increase the investment pool a bit further by not building constantly. So I'll just let the... oh yeah, there we go. It expanded a lot of things again. So nothing to worry about. So, who's going to join in on this? Please be Jing, please be Jing, please be Jing. I mean, I could still take these two, probably. I'm going to put in at least Conquer State on Annam. Annam, if I remember correctly, has a lot of... Well, it's got some coal mines in there, at least. And a good population, so we can turn this into a lot of mining operations there. That'll be good. And then... I mean, Tonking, if I can take that, I wouldn't be upset about that, to be fair. But... Oh, no. Rubber Rush. Oh, oil discovered in Eastern Borneo. So Eastern Borneo, we got finally some oil rigs there. I'm just going to start building those. I'm sure that it's going to bring in a lot of pops in. Is there... I don't think there's a lot that I can do in terms of reducing the worker use there, but I suppose a few places that I could start doing something like that is... okay, that's already got it. What about Kanto? That's a lot of farms in here. So tea plantation, that's already using... Oh, if we put in the automated irrigation, that's going to use a lot of engine, but the amount of tea available is going to be massive. So let's do that. And then silk, that's already using the railways. We could probably put in the automatic irrigation there as well. So the silk price is going to be very low. And then we're going to produce even more luxury clothing quite easily. Which, to be fair, we're already doing. We'll just give that a few more levels. Oh man, it gives a massive urbanization there. I mean, suppose we still need a lot of the electricity, so that is the sort of, well, delay in there, let's just say. But we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.